flash, bright like a roaring fight. Crypto and dreams under stadium lights. Sweat and fire, hearts ignite. Evening sports buffet, with the Ginch replay. Highlights, wild scores collide. It's the riot live tonight. Blades drawn, bold on the chalkboard slate.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday.
Clash, it's a
Might
heavyweight
adjust my
fate.
screen a
Every
little bit.
second pounding can't
Welcome to another edition of our
wait.
early evening sports buffet with the Ginch. I'm Sid Ginch, the host Grant and Meth on the Cole County Entertainment Network. Excuse me.
Highlights, wild scores collide. It's the
If you enjoy the NBA action, if you enjoy the NHL action, the NFL
bold on the chalkboard
came out with their
slate.
schedule for the
Clash, it's a
2026-2027
heavyweight
season.
fate. Every second pounding can't
What do you
wait.
think about your
Evening sports
team
buffet.
schedule? Is it manageable? Is it too hard? Let me know. Coming up at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Jay BILAS from ESPN. He is college basketball analyst extraordinaire. He's also a lawyer extraordinaire, by the way. Thanks to the quartet there. Let me go to the NHL. Because there was a couple of games yesterday. The first game, Sabres Canadiens, was a score fest. And then Montreal put the clamps down defensively, and Buffalo has goaltending issues. Both their goaltenders lack confidence. Montreal's up 3-2, and I think now Montreal will go on to win the series because they have the Sabres on their heels. So, and then the Golden Knights beat the shit out of the Ducks 5-1. They advanced to the Western Conference Finals to play the Colorado Avalanche. Dominant performance by the Golden Knights on the road. The Ducks have a bright future ahead of them. The Golden Knights have done this since they came into the league. So congratulations to them. NBA. Excuse me. Tonight, 7 o'clock, Pistons at the Cavaliers. Pistons are on the ropes. Pistons need to have someone other than Cade Cunningham step up to the plate because it hasn't happened. Cleveland's favored by 4.5. Somehow, some way, somehow, I think the Pistons tie the series. And then at 9:30, the Spurs at the Timberwolves. San Antonio leads this series 3-2. San Antonio favored by 5.5. I don't know why. I think the Timberwolves will tie the series up at 3 apiece. I think they get it done. Go to Major League Baseball, shall we? Scores from yesterday. The Pirates beat the Rockies 7-2. The Reds hammered the Nationals 15-1. The Mets over the Tigers 9-4. Twins over the Marlins 9-1. Brewers over the Padres 7-1. Mariners over the Stros 8-3. Cardinals over the Athletics 5-4. The Phillies beat the Red Sox 3-1. Cubs beat the Braves 2-0. White Sox over the Royals 6-2, and the Dodgers beat the Giants 5-2. Heavy slate today. The Phillies are at the Pirates. The Blue Jays are at the Tigers. Orioles at the Nationals. Reds at the Guardians. Marlins at the Rays. Yankees at the Mets. Brewers at the Twins. Red Sox at the Braves. Cubs at the White Sox. Rangers at the Stros. Royals are at the the Cardinals. Diamondbacks at the Rockies. Dodgers at the Angels. Padres at the Giants at the Athletics. I tried to mention this earlier, but in Major League Baseball, I'm just looking over it here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 teams out of 30 that are below 500. That's more than half. If you're looking at hot teams right now, the Tampa Bay Rays are 8-2 in their last 10. They seem to be the hottest team. Teams with a shitty last 10 games. The Detroit Tigers, which is surprising. They're 2-8 their last 10. They're the worst. The Rays lead the American League East. The Guardians lead the Central. And the Athletics lead out in the West. National League, the Atlanta Braves basically running away with the division. They're in first in the East. In the Central, it's the Cubs. And out West, the Dodgers have taken a half-game lead over the Padres. PGA Championship going on right now at the I know I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Aronimink Club. Newtown Square, Pennsylvania. A bunch of players tied for the lead at 3 under par. Alex Smalley, Aldrich Potgieter, Stefan Jaeger, and Min Woo Lee, along with Ryo Isetsune. They're all at 3 under. Second round is underway. Looks like the golf course playing extremely tough. Right now, the projected cut line is +2. That will most likely change. Some other news and notes from around the world in sports. Excuse me. It's reported by ESPN. Miles Turner, who is the Bucks center, Milwaukee Bucks, he has addressed the lack of discipline under Doc Rivers. He said that the coach did not fine anybody ever. Told New York Liberty forward Brianna Stewart on their Game Recognized Game podcast, guys were late all the time. Guys were showing up to film whenever they wanted to show up. Guys were missing meetings. It was one of the craziest things I've personally ever experienced. Giannis is going to show up whenever he wants, really. I think that this kind of just came with the territory and once I saw it was going down, I was like, hey, man, shit, more power to you. They ain't going to find you shit. Do what you do. Hey, look, every coach has his own style. Some players will be happy with it. Some players won't. Players run the leagues. The coaches don't. First one to go now is the coach. If you didn't see John Rahm at the PGA Championship yesterday, he was displeased with his second shot. I'm trying to remember which hole it was. Got pissed. Took a swing. Some grass flew into a volunteer's face. He did apologize. He said, quote unquote, this is reported by Mark Schlabach, I got a flyer on my second shot that went long. It's not a good spot. Just out of frustration, I tried to make an air swing just over the grass, and I wasn't looking. I took a divot, and fortunately, I hit a volunteer. He said, I couldn't feel any worse. That's why I was there apologizing. I need to somehow track him down to give him a present, because that's inexcusable, and for something that could be completely avoidable, whether it was my intention or not, it was just not good. Rahm has a history with his temper, and sometimes it gets himself in trouble. Put by Daniel Oyefusi Espin. Deion Sanders said that Shador endured hell in pre-draft as rookie with the Cleveland Browns. Deion said when he takes off his shirt, I see the scars on his back that he's been through hell, but he's made it through hell. He said on an interview with the Barbershop on YouTube. He kept going and he matured, not like he was a child, but he matured spiritually. You can't force this. If it ain't your time, it ain't your time. He went on to say there were some ignorant things that came out about him pre-draft and all that, and that was a lie. He would never go into a meeting with headphones on. He would never go into a meeting unprepared. Like, that's just not who he is. There's no way he could accomplish the things he accomplished without being prepared. He said, she said. I'm not passing judgment. ESPN, Anthony Slater has reported that Warriors' two assistants, Jerry Stackhouse and Terry Stotts, will not return. I remember Steve Kerr was gone, then he came, and then he signed for an extra 2 years. So I guess these are some of the changes that are going to be made when it comes to the team. If you're living under a rock yesterday, you might not be aware that the NFL came out with their schedule yesterday. I highlighted some of the matchups week to week that I thought would shape the season. Again, how did your team's schedule shake out? Are you pleased? Are you not pleased? Do you think it's manageable? Do you think it's not manageable? But I've highlighted some games. Like if we go to week 1, obviously New England and Seattle will kick it off. It's actually in Seattle on Wednesday night, September 9th. So we're doing Wednesday games now, which is beyond asinine. I don't like Wednesday. I don't like Thursday night games. I don't even like Monday night games anymore. Monday night games had a purpose. Thursday, it's just bullshit. Then on Thursday, week 1, San Francisco plays Los Angeles. That's a key early matchup in the NFC West. There are some tasty matchups. I call them tasty. Some other week 1 games that might be intriguing. Tampa Bay at Cincinnati. What will Cincinnati do this year? Baltimore at Indianapolis. Obviously, Daniel Jones got hurt last year. Buffalo at Houston. An early interconference matchup that might be good. Green Bay at Minnesota. Obviously, NFC North battle, that's always good battles. Dallas at New York. And then the Monday night game, week 1, Denver at Kansas City. See how Kansas City bounces back from the lost season that was last year. Second week, the Thursday night matchup, tasty. Detroit at Buffalo. That'll be a tasty one. Minnesota at Chicago, just from the standpoint that Minnesota has to go back-to-back NFC North games. Philadelphia, Tennessee might be a little intriguing in the second week. See how Tennessee stacks up in Cam Ward's second year against the Eagles. Pittsburgh at New England. That was a rivalry back in the 2000s. Just looking over some of the other week 2-1 matchups. Cincinnati at Houston. A little tasty matchup. Jacksonville at Denver. Tasty. And we go to week 3. As I take a sip of my beverage. Week number 3, the Sunday, a nice little matchup will be the Chargers at the Bills. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh is always interesting. New England at Jacksonville. That'll be an interesting game. Baltimore at Dallas. That's an interesting one. Chargers at the Broncos. I'm sorry, the Rams at the Broncos. That'll be a nice one. Philadelphia at Chicago. Nice little tasty matchup. Week number 4. Buffalo and New England. Obviously important NFC East matchup. The Rams travel to take on the Eagles. So that'll be an interesting NFC East matchup or NFC matchup. Dallas at Houston. The Battle of Texas. Denver at San Francisco should be a good one. Week number 5. Thursday night game, Tampa Bay at Dallas. You can get tickets as low as $52 for that one, by the way. And then on Sunday, Philadelphia at Jacksonville should be an interesting one. Philadelphia, that's in London. Indianapolis at Pittsburgh is intriguing. Broncos at the Chargers, obviously intriguing. Chicago at Green Bay. Chicago has one of the most difficult schedules for this upcoming year. Seattle at San Francisco at Seattle. Monday night game, the Buffalo Bills have to travel to take on the Rams. Then we go to week number 6. Thursday night game, Seattle at Denver. That'll be tasty. Pittsburgh at Tampa Bay, intriguing. The Chargers at the Chiefs, always entertaining. Dallas at Green Bay, circle that one down. Micah Parsons should be fully healthy by then, playing against his former team. Week number 7. Thursday night game is New England at Chicago. It's an interesting Thursday night matchup. Then on Sunday, Indianapolis at Minnesota might be a good one. Cincinnati at Baltimore, always entertaining with Burrow and Lamar. Green Bay at Detroit, always entertaining. Kansas City at Seattle. Monday night game is Dallas at Philadelphia. We all know the history with those two teams. Week number 8. On Sunday, Baltimore at Buffalo. Always highlight that one when those two teams play because of the quarterbacks. Tennessee at Cincinnati. Minnesota at Detroit. Los Angeles at Los Angeles, by the way. Both teams play at SoFi Stadium, so that is the Battle of LA. Kansas City at Denver. Key AFC West matchup again. Week number 9. Thursday night matchups, Jacksonville at Baltimore. That should be entertaining. Houston at the Chargers. Could go a long way at deciding maybe who gets a wild card. Green Bay at New England should be entertaining. Monday night game, Buffalo at Minnesota. Wouldn't that be a great Super Bowl matchup? Buffalo at Minnesota. Both teams 0-4 in Super Bowls. Wouldn't that be an exciting Super Bowl? Buffalo at Minnesota. Either team would get their first Super Bowl win. Week number 10, Minnesota at Green Bay, a key NFC North matchup. San Francisco at Dallas, we know the history there. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati, we know the history. And then the Chargers on Monday night travel to take on the Ravens, a key AFC matchup. Week number 11, let's see. Pittsburgh at Philadelphia, the Battle of Pennsylvania. Minnesota at San Francisco will be the late night game on Sunday. That should be an intriguing matchup. And then we go to the week of Thanksgiving, which would be week 12. I'll say this again. Green Bay at Los Angeles is a Thanksgiving Eve game, November 25th. I don't know what the hell the NFL is thinking here. It's the busiest celebration day of the year. Families gather together. They go out to eat, go out to bars, they have spirits. But the NFL said, hey, let's throw a game on at 8 o'clock, Thanksgiving Eve, even though we know probably no one will watch because they'll be out at 8 o'clock doing what they're doing Thanksgiving Eve before Thanksgiving. I think it's just a bad move, but what do I know? Then on Thanksgiving itself, the early game, Chicago at Detroit, which that's the way it used to be. Philadelphia at Dallas will be the 4:30 game, and then Kansas City is at Buffalo, the late game on Thanksgiving, which I think they should go back to a tradition, just have two games on Thanksgiving. The early game is always Chicago and Detroit, and then the 4:30 game is always Dallas and Washington. And of course, the NFL said, fuck it, we're not Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to have a game on Friday. Denver at Pittsburgh at 3 o'clock. And then the Sunday games, Baltimore at Houston is intriguing. New England with the Chargers could go a long way in determining possibly a playoff spot. Week number 13, Thursday night game, interesting matchup, Kansas City and the Rams. Then the Sunday games, as I take a look at it here, Jacksonville at Chicago is intriguing, depending on where they are at that point in the season. San Francisco at the Giants. A lot of people expect the Giants to do some good things this year. Week number 14, Thursday night game is Minnesota at New England. Both these teams could be in the thick of it, possibly a wild card spot. Indianapolis at Philly. See where those two teams are at that particular junction of the season. Kansas City at Cincinnati. That's a Burrow and Cincinnati can beat Kansas City for the most part in the regular season, just not in the playoffs. So see if Kansas City can get over that hump. The Rams 49ers. We'll see where both these teams are. Because I think Seattle's going to take a step back this year. I think the Rams or the 49ers are going to win that division. 8:20 game that night, Buffalo at Green Bay. That'll be a nice one. Week number 15, Thursday night matchup, San Francisco at the Chargers. Nice little game there. And on Saturday, December 19th, because we're going to start playing Saturday games again, Seattle at Philly, interconference matchup. And Chicago's at Buffalo. I think Buffalo or Chicago takes a step back this year. But then the Sunday games, Baltimore at Pittsburgh, always blood and guts. Detroit at Minnesota will be a nice one. Dallas at the Rams could go a long way. Week number 16. Thursday night matchup is this is the weekend of Christmas, by the way. Houston at Philadelphia on Christmas Eve, which is stupid. Christmas Eve games dumb. Christmas Day games dumb. The Christmas Day games are Green Bay at Chicago. I think Chicago will probably be out of it by then. Buffalo at Denver. That's a real good matchup. And then you have the Rams at the Seahawks. But again, I think the Seahawks take a step back this year. Then the Sunday games, San Francisco at Kansas City. We know the history of those two based off the last couple of years with the Super Bowls. Jacksonville at Dallas. Remember Jacksonville beat the shit out of Dallas. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. The Monday night games, that will be the Giants and the Lions. We'll see where those two programs are at that junction of the season. Week number 17, Thursday night matchup, Baltimore at Cincinnati. Could come down to those two for the division. This is New Year's weekend, by the way. Sunday games. Philadelphia at San Francisco. It might go a long way in determining a division or a wild card. And then the Monday game is Houston at Green Bay. And then week 18 is all the division matchups. So, again, how did your team schedule fare out? Are you pleased? Are you not pleased? Do you think it's manageable? Do you think they're in trouble? Thoughts, comments, always welcome. Again, at 10:30 in a couple of minutes or whenever he pops on, I hope to have Jay BILAS on from ESPN, college basketball analyst extraordinaire. Also a lawyer, by the way. And I'll pick his brain. Again, the English Premier League is winding down. We've got 2 weeks left. Two weeks left in the season, and a lot could happen in these 2 weeks. Today, there's a big matchup between Aston Villa and Liverpool. That's at 3 o'clock on the Peacock. Aston Villa and Liverpool are vying right now for the final spot to make it to Champions League next year. Right now, Liverpool holds the edge. But if if Aston Villa could somehow pull off the W and get those 3 points, I believe that would knock Liverpool back to 5th. Aston Villa would jump into the 4th spot. I think this game will probably wind up being a draw. And then tomorrow, there are no games. And then Sunday, Man U hosts Nottingham Forest. I expect this to be a draw, probably like a 1-1, 2-2 score. Brentford hosts Crystal Palace. I can see Brentford winning this 1-0. Everton will host Sunderland. I've got Everton winning 2-1. Leeds will host Brighton. I've got this going a 2-1 Brighton's way. Wolverhampton will host Fulham. I've got Fulham winning 2-0. Newcastle will host West Ham. I've got Newcastle winning 2-0. 1. Then on Monday, a big one for Arsenal. They will host Burnley. Arsenal should win this going away. Burnley, I believe, relegated. And Arsenal needs the 3 points. If Arsenal wins this game, I think they go on and win the Premier League title. And on Tuesday, Bournemouth will host Man City. Man City, I have them winning this one 2-0 to keep the pressure on Arsenal. And then a London derby, Chelsea will host Tottenham. Tottenham really need to W and the 3 points. I'm actually going to go Tottenham in an upset. I'm going to have Tottenham win this game 1-0. Then we fast forward to Memorial Day weekend, which will be the final weekend of the Premier League. The 2 games Arsenal will be traveling to Crystal Palace. Again, if they win these final 2 games, they will be your champions of the Premier League for the first time in, I believe, 22 years. And Man City will be hosting Villa, which is not easy, by the way. So we'll have to keep an eye on those two games that particular week. Let's go to some college sports. Just a second here. Men's baseball. Top 25 action yesterday. Washington upsets. In fact, beat UCLA down 8-0. Number 2, North Carolina beat NC State 9-4. Number 3, Georgia Tech beat Boston College 9-0. Number 4, Georgia over number 5, Auburn 2-1. Number 6, Texas over Mizzou 6-3. Number 7, Oregon State over Air Force 7-4. Number 8, Southern Miss beat Georgia Southern 14-3. Number 9, West Virginia over TCU 2-0. Number 13, Mississippi State beat number 10, Texas A&M in a shootout 18-11. Final in 11 innings. Number 11, Florida State over Miami 7-6. And number 12, Arkansas went down to Kentucky 4-3. Number 14, Kansas over BYU 9-6. Number 18, Alabama beat number 15, Ole Miss 5-4. A final in 11 innings. Number 17, USC over Oregon 2-1. Number 19, Florida over LSU 11-8. Louisiana beat number 20, Coastal Carolina 7-2. Number 21, Oklahoma State went down to Arizona 7-4. Number 22, Arizona State over Houston 4-3. Number 24, Nebraska over Minnesota 12-7. Final in 7 innings. Number 25, Cincinnati hammered Texas Tech 13-1. Men's lacrosse. Tomorrow, your Final Four. Again, it's number 2, Notre Dame against Johns Hopkins. It's number 3, North Carolina against number 6, Syracuse. Some other men's stuff as far as the collegiate level goes, as soon as it comes up here. Let's see. Let's go to women softball. In the world, the series, the championship series starts today. I went over the matchups. So the softball World Series starts. Women's lacrosse scores yesterday because we were down to the final 8. Stony Brook beat Johns Hopkins. I'm sorry, Johns Hopkins beat Stony Brook 13-12. Final in two overtimes, a good one. Number 1 at Northwestern over number 8 Colorado 13-12. Final number 3 Maryland over number 6 Navy 14-10. And number 2 North Carolina beat Stanford 14-11. So next Friday will be your Final Four matchup. It'll be Maryland against North Carolina and Johns Hopkins against Northwestern. Excuse me. Let's jump to NASCAR. They are at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Oh, no, they're not. They're at, that's the All-Star race this week. They're in Dover. Okay. This says it starts at 1 o'clock. I saw online somewhere it said it started at 3. So maybe the qualifying races start at 1, but the actual All-Star race itself, I believe, is at 3 p.m. Who knows with them? So I'm not going to bother wasting my time on that. The All-Star race should still be at Charlotte. My NASCAR continues to tinker. I don't know. I'm just looking over some other stuff here. Right now, PGA Championship, Mr. Smalley from the United States, he's out in the course. He's even through 4 holes. Elson's out in the course right now. 2 under through 9 holes. Hao Tong Lee, he's 2 under. Scotty Scheffler, 3 over right now through 5. So the course humbling him a bit. And he was even yesterday, and now he is 3 over for the tournament. Martin Keimer shot a 3 under, or sorry, shot a 67 yesterday. That was good for, what's par here? Is it 70? Yes. So he was 3 under yesterday with the 67. And now he's 4 over through 10 holes. which puts him at +1 for the tournament. Projected cut line has dropped to +2. It was +1 before. Looking over some of the scores early. This course humbling a lot of people. Shane Lowry shot a 268 yesterday. He is +4 through 8, which puts him at 2 over par for the championship. Matt Fitzpatrick, he shot an even par 70 yesterday. He is +3 through 5 holes, which would put him at +3 for the tournament. Right now, the course humbling the golfers. Justin Rose shot an even par 70 yesterday. He is +4 through 5. Patrick Rodgers shot a 7 over 77 yesterday. Right now, he is 3 under on his round to get him back to +4. He has some grinding to do. Again, I'm looking at some of these scores, and it looks like the course has some teeth to it. A lot of +4s, a lot of +3s. Chandler Blatchett, the American, he is 1 under for the day through 4. He right now is 2 under par overall for the championship. Hideki Matsuyama shot even par 70 yesterday. He is 1 under through 10, so he is 1 under for the championship. And again, a lot of 1 overs, 2 overs, 3 overs. So it looks right now the course, a lot of teeth to it. Some of the major players that have some work to do to even make the cut. Tommy Fleetwood shot a 2 over 72 yesterday. He is +2 through 7 today, which would put him at 4 over. We just talked about Justin Rose. Adam Scott shot a 2 over 70 yesterday. He is 3 over today through 8. He is +5 for the championship. Bryson DeChambeau shot a 6 over 76 yesterday. My guess, he would probably have to shoot something like a 69 to even sniff the cut. The way the course is playing today, don't know if that's possible. Jordan, nope. I thought I saw Jordan Speed there. That's not him. Some players right now that are in good position. We'll have to see how they do today. They get Sahith Theegala. He is 2 under for the championship. Patrick Reed out in the course right now through 9. He's even, but he's still 2 under for the championship. Xander Schauffele shot a 68 2 under par yesterday, so he's in good shape. Jason Day, who's 1 under for the championship, he tees off at 12:59. Brooks Koepka sitting there at 1 under. Tees off at 155. Jordan Spieth at 1 under. He tees off at 205. Jon Rahm 1 under. He's paired with Spieth. Ricky Fowler shot an even par 70 yesterday. He tees off at 143. Looking at some of the others. Ooh, teeing off here. So again, we'll have to keep an eye on your PGA Championship there for you. Some other NFL news on the slate today. I'm looking over some of it. I don't see anything of major importance. I discussed some of this a couple days ago. WNBA. Scores from Wednesday: the Tempo beat the Storm 86-73. The Aces beat the Sun 98-69. The Sky over the Valkyries 69-63, and the Fever beat the Sparks 87-68. The Tempo and the Storm, your leading scorer for Seattle, was Dominique Malanga. She had 21 points. For Toronto, your leading scorer was Marina Mabry with 26 points. In the Aces Sun matchup, your leading scorer for your Aces, Asia Wilson, 22 points. She had 11 boards. The Connecticut Sun, your leading scorer was Anissa Morrow, 16 points. She had 11 boards. Sky beat the Valkyries 69-63. Leading scorer for the Sky, Ricky Jackson had 18 points. And for the Valkyries, leading scorer was Gabby Williams, 18 points. Kia Stokes had 11 boards. And in the Fever Sparks game, for the Fever, your leading scorer was Kelsey Mitchell. Sorry, it was Caitlin Clark with 24 points. For the Sparks, leading scorer was Kelsey Plum. She had 25 points. Scores from yesterday: the Lynx beat the Wings 90-86, and the Liberty beat the Fire 100-82. In the Lynx Wings game, your leading scorer for the Minnesota Lynx was Natasha Howard. She had 26 points. For the Dallas Wings, your leading scorer was Paige Beckers. She had 27 points. For the Liberty and the Fire, leading scorer for the Liberty, Brianna Stewart had 22 points. For your Portland Fire, your leading scorer off the bench was Megan Gustafson. On tap tonight in the WNBA, the Aces are at the Suns. The Sun looking for their first W of the year. Mystics at the Fever. Tempo at the Sparks. Sparks looking for their first win of the year. And the Sky are at the Mercury. Then on Sunday, the Aces are at the Dream. Storm are at the Fever. The Sky are at the Lynx. And the Tempo are at the Sparks. Some NCAA football news reported by Heather Dinich, ESPN. Georgia's Jamarly Riddle, he was arrested on drug charges at speeding. It's not good. The felony charges are for purchase, possession, manufacture, distribution, or sale of marijuana and sale of a Schedule 1 or 11 controlled substance, Schedule 1 or 2 controlled substances. He did post bond. University of Georgia spokesperson told ESPN, "We're aware of the charges and are actively gathering additional information. As this is an ongoing legal matter, we will not be providing further comment at this time." According to the report, Riddle was traveling at a high rate of speed on I-95 when a detective in an undercover car observed a red Dodge Durango weaving in and out of traffic. In the police incident report, the detective said his patrol car was traveling about 95 miles per hour and the Durango was still gaining distance on him. When the officer stopped him, they said he was extremely nervous, shaking as he spoke. He handed over his license and registration. An officer picked up on the odor of marijuana coming from inside the vehicle. Because of his nervous behavior, the officer asked him to step out of the vehicle while they continued the traffic stop. According to the report, Riddle said he didn't have marijuana inside his vehicle and gave consent for a search. One of the officers pulled a large heat-sealed bag from one of the backpacks in the back seat, found a large amount of multicolored packaging, some with a leafy substance stating marijuana and some containing vapes stating THC. Boys will be boys. Some of this other stuff I went over in student body right. Just looking over some other news and notes here. Oh, by the way, other than the PG Championship, the LPGA is out there at the Makitawa Country Club in Cincinnati, Ohio. Two players tied for the lead. Lottie Wood, sorry. She right now sits at 6 under par. She is 6 under today. She shot an even par 70 yesterday, so she's tied with Rio Takeda. She shot a 466, and she's 200 on around through 9. So they right now are both 6 under par in the lead. PGA Tour champions will not kick back off until next week. The Live will kick back off in Korea in 2 weeks. The DP World League will kick back off next week. They'll be in Belgium. And the Corn Ferry Tour is out there in Elgin, South Carolina at the Wood Creek Club. Colonial Life Charity Classic. Par 70, right now, Bryce Lewis. He shot an 8 under 62 yesterday, but he is even through 12 right now. Tied with Chan Kim, 8 under. He shot a 66, 4 under par score yesterday. He is 4 under par right now through 9 holes. So that covers golf. I think I'm going to end it there. I thought Jay Billis would be coming on at 10:30. Hopefully everything's okay on that front. Hope everybody enjoys their weekend, by the way. NHL winding down here. We're winding down to both conference championship games. Obviously, Buffalo and Montreal still have to settle their series to go on and play the Hurricanes. And, of course, the Vegas Golden Knights will score off against Colorado. In fact, let me see when the Western Conference kicks off. The Buffalo-Montreal series will continue tomorrow. Wednesday is when the Western Conference finals begin. That'll be Vegas at Colorado. That will be at 8 p.m. on ESPN. Depending on what happened between Buffalo and Montreal, and they go to a Game 7, Game 7 will be Monday in Buffalo. I just wanted to double check that. So again, I'm going to end it there. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. As I say at the end of each show, practice compassion, practice empathy. Have passion for what you do. Hug somebody every once in a while. You might make their day. I did that yesterday, and I was happy to do it after not seeing somebody for over 3 decades. Tell somebody you love them. You might get a second opportunity. I did that too. Felt really good. For God's sakes, if you see somebody struggling in whatever fashion, ask them how you can get them help. How can you help? Because you might not just be saving a life. You might be saving a multitude of lives. So enjoy all the action this particular weekend. There's only one thing left for me to do, and that's for Danny Don Meredith to take me out. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.